Hey guys, and welcome back to the language movement. Today we're going to be doing our weekly reading guide and review. So these are the 3 readings that we've been sharing on Instagram and Facebook throughout the week. But now we're going to delve a little bit deeper into the vocab and the grammar, and we'll do the readings and the questions out loud. So before you go any further, make sure you go to the languagemovement.com/blog so that you can print out the weekly readings and you can follow along with us. Remember, you can find our weekly reading guide and review on Spotify or YouTube, so whichever one works for you. Now, go get your weekly reading and let's start. All right, we have 15 words to cover today, so let's start. The first one is jardín. Jardín means garden, and it is a masculine noun, so it's el jardín. Number 2, floreciendo. This is blooming. So this comes from the noun flor, la flor, which is flower. So when a flower is blooming, you say floreciendo. So the actual infinitive of the verb is florecer. And here we're using it as a present progressive, which means that the action is happening right now. The flowers are blooming right now. So this is a very regular verb. So to make it a present progressive, all you do is look at your infinitive, florecer, take off the ER, and then add your ending, which in English would be your ing, so blooming. And in Spanish, because it's an ER verb, you would add iendo, so floreciendo. And that is blooming, and that is a present progressive. Number 3, flores silvestres. These are wildflowers, so very easy. Flor, which is flower, silvestre, which is your adjective meaning wild. Put them together and you get wildflowers. Number 4, lirios acuáticos. These are water lilies. Number 5, arce japonés. And this is a Japanese maple. So these are the 5 vocab words that go with the readings about me going to the gardens, which we'll get to later. All right, number 6, buenísimo. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with the adjective bueno, which is good. But here, we are adding the ending ísimo, which you can add to an adjective or an adverb to make it more of an extreme degree of whatever the meaning of that adjective and adverb may be. So if normally bueno means good, we're adding the ísimo to make it mean like very good or extra good or great, amazing. So we're just making it extreme. So all you do is take off the O and you add your ending ísimo. And you can do this again with other adjectives or other adverbs. So if we do the opposite with the adjective bad, so mal, and we want to say very bad, then we add the ending ísimo and make it malísimo. Number 7, habíamos visto. Now in Spanish, this tense is known as the pluscuamperfecto, and in English is known as the past perfect or the pluperfect. This tense is used when you're talking about 2 things that happened in the past, and you would use the pluscuamperfecto to talk about the thing that happened further in the past. So an example would be, I had fallen asleep by the time she got home. So both things happened in the past, but me falling asleep happened before she got home. So I would make that verb the past perfect or the pluperfect. And to conjugate a verb in the pluscuamperfecto, you need 2 verbs. So this is a compound tense. So you need your auxiliary verb, haber, and then you need the past participle of the verb that you actually want to use to show your action. So we want to say habíamos visto. It means we had seen. So we're going to conjugate it in the nosotros form. So that's why we use habíamos. And now we need to make the past participle of the verb to see. The verb to see is ver. And this actually has an irregular past participle. So it's just one that you kind of have to remember and memorize. And it is going to be visto. So when we change ver to visto, we're kind of changing the infinitive of the verb to see, and we're changing it to seen. So we had seen, habíamos visto. Sobria, and this is sober. And this is an adjective, so you just match it to whatever your subject may be, so masculine or feminine. Copa de vino, so copa is feminine, la copa de vino, and it's a glass of wine. 10. Lo extraño. So this phrase means I miss it. So we're going to use the verb extrañar, which is to miss, and it's a regular AR verb, and we're going to conjugate it in the present tense in the yo form. So we're just going to drop the AR and add our regular AR ending for yo, which is O. So it's going to be extraño. Now we need to add the word for it, which we need a direct object pronoun. So first we have to figure out what it is. And this is the vocab that corresponds to the readings about me going to Oktoberfest. So I'm talking about alcohol. And alcohol in Spanish is alcohol. And it is a masculine noun, and it is singular. So the direct object pronoun for a masculine noun, which is singular, is lo, L-O. And this is going to go before your conjugated verb. So it's going to be lo extraño. I miss it. Number 11 and number 12. We'll do these together because they're days of the week. So really easy. We have sábado, which is Saturday. And we have domingo, which is Sunday. Now, the important thing to know about days of the week is that you do not capitalize them in Spanish. You do in English, but not in Spanish. Number 13, verlas. So this phrase means to see them. So this is the vocab that corresponds to the reading about my baby showers. So I'm talking about being excited to see my friends. Because I am saying I am excited to see, I'm not going to conjugate the verb to see, so we're just going to use the infinitive, which is ver. And now we need another direct object pronoun, but this time we need to figure out who them is. And like I said, I'm talking about my friends. And in this specific case, my friends are feminine, and it's a group of them, so it's plural. So we need the direct object pronoun for a noun that is feminine and plural, which is going to be las. Now, when we did our direct object pronoun before, we put it before the conjugated verb. But since this verb is not conjugated, we are going to attach it to the end of it and make it one word. So it's going to be verlas, and that means see them. Number 14, feria, which is fair, and it is feminine noun. And number 15, alegría, which is happiness, joy, and it's a noun, and it's a feminine noun. So la alegría. And these are our 15 vocab words of the week. So now let's move on to the readings. Okay, guys, we have 3 readings to cover. Now remember, for each reading, we have 2 comprehension questions and 2 personal questions. So I will read the reading, then I'll read the comprehension questions, then I'll read the personal questions. So feel free to pause after the reading. Feel free to pause after each question so that you have time to answer them. If you're following along and writing on a piece of paper, I recommend that you do that. And I recommend that maybe you either plan to write 1 or 2 sentences for each question, or that you time yourself and try to write as much as you can for each question for like 1 or 2 minutes. So you can do it either way. You can do it for amount of sentences or you can do it for time, whichever one works for you. And let's start with reading number 1. Reading number 1, El jardín. Ayer fui con la mamá de Emery a un jardín muy famoso aquí en Georgia. Se llama Gibbs Garden y es 220 acres, que es uno de los jardines más grandes en los Estados Unidos. Es tan grande que nosotras caminamos por más de 2 horas y no pudimos ver todo. Lo que está floreciendo al momento son las flores silvestres, los lirios acuáticos y el arce japonés. Y claro que lo más bonito que vi fueron los 2 gatos que viven en el jardín. Comprehension questions. ¿Por qué es este jardín tan especial? ¿Cuál fue mi parte favorita del jardín? Personal questions. ¿Hay un jardín botánico cerca de donde tú vives? ¿Tienes una flor, planta o árbol favorito? ¿Cuál es y por qué? Reading number 2. La sobriedad. Este fin de semana lo pasamos buenísimo. Fuimos a Helen a celebrar Oktoberfest con amigos que no habíamos visto desde hace tiempo. Aunque fue mi primer Oktoberfest sobria, lo disfruté muchísimo. Al principio de mi embarazo fue un poquito duro acostumbrarme a la idea de que no podía beber alcohol, ya que estaba acostumbrada a disfrutar mi copa de vino a menudo. Pero he aprendido a relajarme y disfrutar del tiempo con amigos sin alcohol y ahora ni lo extraño. Comprehension questions. ¿Qué hicimos este fin de semana? ¿Cómo ha cambiado mi relación con el alcohol? Personal questions. ¿Alguna vez has participado en las celebraciones de Oktoberfest? ¿Cuántas veces a la semana tomas? ¿Qué tomas? Reading number 3. Baby shower. Este fin de semana me vienen a visitar varias amigas porque este sábado es cuando voy a tener mi baby shower. Estoy muy emocionada de verlas porque muchas de ellas no las he visto en hace mucho tiempo. Los planes son de ir al baby shower en la mañana y en la noche vamos a ir a la feria. Después, el domingo, voy a tener otra baby shower, pero es solo para familia. Va a ser un fin de semana lleno de alegría, risas y bellas memorias. Comprehension questions. ¿Cuáles son los planes para este fin de semana? ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre las 2 baby showers? Personal questions. ¿Has tenido un baby shower antes? ¿Cómo fue? ¿Cuáles son tus planes para este domingo? All right, guys, so those were the readings and the questions. Remember that the PDF comes with the English translations for the readings and the questions. So if you need a translation of what I said, or if there were some things that you didn't really quite get, make sure that you print out your PDF at thelanguagemovement.com/blog and just look for the weekly reading guide that is titled Jardín, Sobriedad, and Baby Showers. And I hope you enjoyed it this week, and I will see you at the next one. Bye.